Hey everyone, welcome to my channel called A Barbie Collector. At this channel we talk about vintage Barbies mostly, so if you're into that, stay tuned. As you can tell by today's video title, we are going to talk about the iconic Bubble Cut Barbie and all that is to know about this Barbie doll. The year is 1961 and Barbie cut her hair for the first time. A shorter bouffant cut, probably inspired by Jackie Kennedy's hair though. She was a big source of inspiration for fashion and styling in general, also for Barbie. If you ask a collector which vintage Barbie type do you have the most in your collection, the answer is probably a bubble cut. Bubble cut Barbies are very loved by collectors. They are more affordable because they are easier to find. They are easier to find because they have been made for 7 solid years, from 1961 until 1967. If she wasn't a success, she would have been discontinued much earlier. Mattel made hundreds and thousands of them. She basically stayed the same, but still there are quite some variations. The sidepart bubbles from 1965, the early greasy-faced bubbles from 1961, and many more. And that is what we're going to talk about in this video. Let's start in the year 1961. The number 5 ponytail Barbie is on the market, and besides her, the first edition Bubble Cut Barbie is introduced. There are some changes in Barbie Land. Barbie got a new body that is hollow, she's got a new thinner head mold, and she's also available as a redhead from now on. These dolls have the exact same face with the recognizable greasy shine. This sweaty looking face was caused by chemical reactions in the plastic materials of the Barbies from the year 1961. The unstable vinyl formula tends to become oily, resulting in the, by collectors known as, the greasy face syndrome. The bubbles from the year 1961 have big red lips. The shape of the lipstick is bigger than the lipstick from the number 1 until the number 4 Barbies. They have compact hairstyles compared to the later bubble cut Barbies. Some other specifics are the bubble cuts from 1961, they have this more shiny and different hair texture. I hope you can see it on camera. Barbie has the hollow Barbie only body with the old Romaine number markings on it. She's wearing her black and white striped swimsuit. She came with the iconic white glasses. She has red nail polish on. And she came in the old illustrated Barbie box with the gay Parisienne outfit on it. The first edition Bubble Cut Barbie was available as a blonde, a brunette, a Titian, a brunette, and a white ginger. So the blonde, brunette, and Titian hair color speaks for themselves. But what about the white ginger? The white ginger Bubble Cut Barbie was also released in 1961 and she was instantly popular. Her hair oxidized over time to a darker blonde shade, and that's why she tends to get confused with the later platinum blonde bubble. Both their hair turned darker, the white ginger even more than the hair of the platinum bubble cut. One way to tell them apart is the lipstick. They both arrived with this pink shade of bubblegum lipstick on, but the bubblegum pink on the white ginger dolls does not discolor. The lipstick of the platinum blonde ones changed to white over the years, like with the platinum swirl ponytail Barbies. Besides that, the white ginger bubble has a Barbie only body and she has a very specific darker blue eye color. And then we have the brunette bubble cut from 1961. People think that there was a short supply of this specific hair fiber because they are so rare. And some people believe that she was to match the brunette Ken from the same year. She came in a gay Parisienne Barbie box with the stamped brunette. And besides that, she has the same specifics as the other Bubble Cuts Barbie from 1961. But she has this really specific warm light brown hair tone that is very unique and that makes her a brunette. She didn't came with a box that said brunette, but because we know that this was a specific other doll, even though it was not stated on the box, I added her to the list. And then we have the Bubble Cut from 1962 until the years following. Her lip color varies from bright red to pink, but mostly they are pink and coral tones, replacing the big red lips from 1961. A lot of these lipsticks discolored to yellow and nude tones. She has a different hair texture and she has a very big hair though. The box has new illustrations like all the Barbies from 1962 and on, and she comes with her red Helenka swimsuit on. She was available in more hair colors than ever before. She was available as a blonde, ash blonde, platinum blonde, pale blonde, brunette, and a red hood. It seemed that Mattel really liked the blonde and they just made up all these kind of different shades of blonde hair colors. Her nail polish matched the colors of her lipstick. So there are quite some theories about how you can recognize from which year your bubble cut is from. So bubble cuts from the year 1963 and up, they were released in the same year as Midge. So these dolls had the Barbie Midge body markings. The bubbles from 1964 had the word patented added to the markings. And the bubbles from 1965 got the gold wired stand instead of the black stand. Besides that, the bubble cuts with the bigger hair are from this era and more specific 1963 and 1964. That's when the size of Bubble's hair became bigger and bolder. By 1963, Bubble Cut's eyebrows became thinner and were raised higher. The faces are more chubby than the ones from the first edition because of the bigger neck knob on the Barbie Midge bodies. You can see the difference here very well. The later bubble cuts also have thinner lips. Well, you think we've had it all? Well, we don't. There are more variations of bubble cut Barbies. Yes, I knew where I started with when I started, with the idea of this video, but at the same time, we have a side part, we have a bendable legs, we have a side part with bendable legs. We have the bubble cut with the Fashion Queen swimsuit on. We have the pink skin bubble cut, like the Japanese and European exclusive. And we have dressed box dolls. And well, they are not a variation, but since we are so detailed, we also had gift sets. 1963 was the year that Mattel came out with the dress box dolls, available in 1963 and 1964 for bubble cut and ponytail Barbies. There were 9 variations in 1963 and 18 more in 1964. In 1964, the small lips were out. Fuller lips were painted on the bubble cut Barbies and swirls. So we tend to get to the end of the bubble cut era. In 1965 and 1966, the bubble cut hair dough began to look outdated. Long hair was the way to go, and as a reaction, Mattel designed the iconic American Girl Barbie. But it was still not the end of the bubble cut excitement, because these were also the years that Mattel designed a new doll with a new attached part called the side part bubble cut Barbies. Here you can see the specific rooting pattern on the side and the big curl that comes with it. In Europe, these dolls were sold with the Fashion Queen swimsuit on. And I believe that they were also sold in Canada. In Europe, it's not hard to find a side part bubble cut Barbie. I have multiple of them. A couple of them I bought as regular bubble cuts in the beginning years of me as a collector. And years later, I found out that they were side parts. So that's cool. Like I mentioned, the side part bubble cut Barbie was released from 1965. She has a different rooting pattern on the side of her head. The parting made sure that the Barbie had a beautiful curl next to her face. And if you look well, you can always see the difference between the side part and a regular bubble cut. Sometimes people try to comb the hair of a regular bubble cut in a way that it looks like she's a side part, but the rooting pattern is really different and, it's not there if you comb it. So really make sure to check that. She's a treasure in collector's world, and that also has to do with that she was for sale in Europe, Canada, and Japan. The last bubble cut Barbies that were released were the pink vinyl side part bubble cut Barbies from 1967. In 1967, Mattel introduced the Twist and Turn Barbie. They had this new vinyl with much brighter pink tones. Presumably, the last dolls with the old vinyl in 1966 were the Color Magic and the American Girl Barbies, but a few dolls got thrown in the mix. The bubble cut hair and face on the Twist and Turn pink vinyl. And you have a pink vinyl side part bubble cut Barbie from 1967. The gift sets that included a bubble cut Barbie were the 1962 Barbie and Ken gift set, the sparkling pink gift set released in 1964, the bubble cut with the bubblegum pink lipstick on. A reproduction of that was released in 2009. And the set Around the Clock and Barbie's Wedding Party sets, also from 1964. Well, I think we can say that were a lot of bubble cuts. But thank you so much for watching. That was it for today. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. And check out my Instagram called A Barbie Collector. I have a lot of content ideas in store, but let me know if you have any suggestions. And again, thanks for watching. I see you in the next one. Bye!